Faster!
This must be the house of that timid god.
The Lord
I built him a rich dwelling.
Bishop Aelfirth? He is not with God. He is locked in the flaming crypt where all heretics go.
Oh, she don't hear you.
Even the mighty fall, and God's servant.
A Dane treads the cobbles of God's house. In search of Christ's redemption, I hope.
Your Christ can wait his turn. It is you I've come to see.
Is that so?
When pride cometh, then cometh shame. But with the lowly cometh wisdom. You know these words, and you know why I speak them.
I do, but I am not yet satisfied that you are the one for the task ahead. As Jesus said unto Thomas, I am the way, the truth, and the life. Speak the deeds of Christ in order. Only then will you cometh unto my Lord.
If I must dance to your tune, tell me where to step.
In books one may find such wisdom. We had many in England, before the Danes burned our churches. A few yet remain nearby. Or perhaps a more pious soul in need of charity will reward you with a lesson.
I have nothing for you now, but I will return.
Even the mighty fall, and God's servant, the Bishop Aelfirth, was mighty indeed in defense of his God. He was a man of surpassing vigor, well versed in the Bible, quick of wit, oxen strong, meek as a lamb. But God called.
Interesting move. zien en dat fram. Zien en dat fram. Come on, then! Come on!
The other side must be barred.
So be it. Me? Hanken me exactamente este medmonium Master Paul!
that.
I hear the din of your city.
He's here, somewhere. I hear him calling to me. Lonely and afraid. Oh, my poor, poor son.
You have lost your child?
Not lost. He was taken from me. For a stall he knocked over in the market. Selwyn robbed him of his breath.
A cruel punishment. Why do you stay?
A boy needs his mother, doesn't he? Even in death.
Winchester mourns a good bishop and a strong, virile man. May he find his peace with God.
You remember Mildritha from the bakery?
The trollop who needs to... Itaque motorumque Christi fidelium explentes.
He bathed in the river, so a gentle wash brings them closer to their God. He rose from the dead? A nice trick, and not easily done. Their God brings them light, just as Baldur does. Light as bright as the summer sun.
Speak the deeds of Christ in order.
God breathed on the water, and in the Jordan River, he was cleansed of all sin.
His baptism.
On the mountain his face shone like the sun, and he became light.
His transfiguration.
The women came with offerings, but they could not find him when they looked among the dead.
His resurrection. And Jesus said, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness. Well spoken.
Are the riddles done?
That is not for me to decide, for I am not the one who summoned you. If you follow, I will lead you to him.
I solved your riddle. Now all I get is silence. Who am I to meet?
Shh. Even a fool, when he keeps silent, is considered wise.
Yet men become wise by speaking with other men. They grow foolish when keeping to silence.
Hush! Your prattling offends God's ears.
We're here.
May Christ, whose terror scares away the foul thrones, make with me A strong covenant. Was God's lesson instructive?
I learned that your god fears death, just as mine do. Just as every man does.
Yet through our Lord, we may achieve life everlasting in his glorious presence. Perhaps you missed that detail.
Do all the priests in Winchester have this same skill for drama? You risk your life, Alfred King.
I have invited you here to speak on equal terms. Do the Dane laws of hospitality not apply in Wessex?
You gifted my Jarl to that whelp from the Order of Ancients, the warrior Fulke.
Fulke was an enemy of Wessex. But it seems someone has already removed her threat from my lands.
If you did not hear it was me, you have now.
Impressive. The Order of Ancients has surely been crippled by her loss.
How much do you know of this order?
Only this and little more. This letter, signed by one who calls himself a poor fellow soldier of Christ, warns of a plot against my life.
The gallows, the quill, the Sikhs. 3 men eager to kill you.
2 now. The Bishop Aelfirth is dead. He was the Sikhs, so far as I can tell.
And a humble servant of your god. That must sting.
Still, his death has strengthened Christian fellowship in Winchester. I pray the deaths of his colleagues will do the same.
So many lies in the name of your god. Perhaps he is not strong enough to help you.
My God is the Almighty. But my enemies are numerous and my throne is fresh. There must be no trail from these murders back to me.
I should let the Order kill you. It would speed our conquest of England.
You may remove the organs of state. The cancer will remain.
Then promise me a reward I can sing about. A healthy king's weight in silver.
Very well. As much as you can carry. This morning, my reeve, Goodwin, was not at his post.
A man you trust.
Goodwin was following the clues given in this letter when he disappeared.
Where was he last seen?
At his house, by the west gate. You may find something there. Eivor, compose yourself while you are my guest. My city is not a battlefield.
Not yet, great king, but the day will come. I need to find this reeve, Goodwin.
Play off! On the wrist!
Don't give me a I will. I shall whittle in your duck pond.
Goodwin gone. guards sniffing around. So where would they have taken him? Someone disagrees with Alfred educating the people of Winchester. Papers thrown in the fire. Goodwin covering his tracks, while the guards destroying evidence. Broken bowls, food scattered. They took him by force. There must be a garrison in the city. A violent struggle with the guards. They must have taken him to Winchester's garrison. This area is off limits.
Can't outrun me! Spread out! We have this! Christ is surely with us!
Out of options, dog. Coming for you! We keep our wits about us.
Jammed. Need to get on the other side.
For you! Rip the dog off! Let's be watchful. Eat this! The Lord will see us!
blocked from the other side.
A Dane in Winchester? These are strange times.
King Alfred sent me, pleading from his bended knee to find someone.
I know Alfred well enough to spot a bloody lie when I hear it. If he did send you, he was standing tall and proud.
That he was, and you are the man I've come to find, Goodwin. Do you know why?
If I had one guess, to find these heretics from the Order of Ancients, and bury them so deep, even God would need a shovel.
So where do we start digging?
My research should help us. If they haven't burned it already, it'll be somewhere nearby.
I will find your research. Now go before they find their wolf has fled his cage. Let's regroup beyond the walls! Jammed. Need to get on the other side. Reeve Selwyn ordered executions for petty theft and mudslinging. A husband and wife, to be carried out soon. Must be blocked from the other side. Goodwin's research against the Order of Ancients.
Hang on! Blindside, idiot! Much more like it! Oh, George! Get back here and face me! In the stack, are you?
Are you spying?
I am grateful for your help.
It is a brazen move to arrest Alfred's favorite reeve.
This so-called order are nothing but deviled shit peddlers.
Shit peddlers who have wormed their way into every crevasse of your country. They are dangerous.
I didn't catch your name, did I?
Eivor of the Raven clan. Scourge of Mercia, if that name does not rattle some recognition.
Well, Eivor, when our 3 heretics smolder on a heap of ash, we'll down a cup of ale together and share our distaste of Mercians like old friends.
Alfred believes at least one is dead. Your Bishop Aelfirth was the 6th.
Bugger. Half of Winchester is in mourning for that nun-groper.
I found this nailed on a door. The quill wields words like a knife.
A disputation of tutelage. Pretty chatter with poisoned intent. I will look into this more.
The gallows. What do you know of him?
Must be another reeve, I'm sure of it. Only we have the power to mete out justice, and this one would walk with cocksure righteousness.
The gallows had you arrested, so he must command the law.
Reeve Selwyn? Of course. That hedge pig has brought down laws like a hammer on Winchester, executing sinners on spurious charges in the square.
Could it be another?
He's the man. He's the only one who fits. End his terror, Eivor.
The Lord works in mysterious ways, taking his servant in so terrible a fire.
Bishop Aelfirth was no man of God.
Someone's hanged men for better thoughts.
You are a thief and a swindler! Give me the jewel, Alfred Commission!
Good people of Winchester, open your eyes. See how Alfred's lofty ideals are weighed down in this mire of human effluence. These prisoners before you do not live by Alfred's laws. They live above them. They wallow in shit, only guided by their own perversity. Hubert here, his wits addled by ale, spoke false of Bishop Aelfirth, our pious servant of Winchester, who even now lies cold in his grave shroud.
Aelfirth was no man of God. He'll burn for his sins.
Your wife is obeying shrew, Hubert. Is there a man here who has not supped rancid mead from her cup?
When will your work be done, Selwyn? When all of Winchester falls to your justice?
Between his Swickland move.
Quellati! Quellati ella!
Winchester has passed judgment, Hubert. May God have mercy on your cankerous soul.
There is no longer freedom in Winchester.
None are safe from his blade.
Selwyn punishes criminals, as it should be.
Steal and be he's the worst criminal. I will kill you for this. Protect your servant, Winchester. You will not avert justice. Who dares to defy Aelfirth? The degenerates must be punished. You are the enemy of Winchester.
force will doom us all.
Perverter of justice. Who dares execute the king's noose?
It is not in Alfred's name that you carry out your work. You are the Order's executioner.
You peer through the veil, but you do not see clearly. Alfred's laws are a slave's fever dream. He offers shit-soaked beggars a seat at his table, where the meek devour the strong. Who best to judge the fate of the wretched many, if not the strong and worthy few?
To protect your people, you must sheathe your hand in an iron glove. You grind your heels into the backs of freedmen, not those who deserve it.
The Order condemns all men to pain. For all men are but a shadow of the perfection we should know. The perfection of the Ancient Ones.
You are only a man, Reed. One dead branch on a fast-dying tree. I should meet with Goodwin, see what he has found on the quill.
Do you believe in souls? The part of us that lives on with God after we die. Bishop Ale.
What do you see?
A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. Does Magister Batter not teach you the scriptures?
Magister Batter is a horse's dangles.
And here is the axe I used to swat a fly.
You have ventured from your burrow.
And you have plunged my city into chaos. I had hoped you would use the lessons of your subtler gods.
We have no subtle gods.
If the gallows is truly dead, perhaps we can allow cautious revelry?
I did only what I agreed to, Alfred. If your crown now weighs heavy, I would gladly take it from you.
Forgive my outburst. God sowed in me a passion, but English prose is an instrument long out of tune.
We all want better for our people, don't we, Eivor? Yours and ours.
The quill remains. What do we know?
The decay of learning has been gentle in Wessex. We enjoy the office of wise men, but we have neglected the study of wisdom.
The quill preys on this lapse.
Did you discover more from the writings I found?
I did. The quill is calling the children of Winchester to arms. Now we know why so many children scurry through the streets. Feral and untutored.
I can talk to some, see where they lead me.
Good. Find me at the alehouse when you're done. And try not to scare the piss from any of them.
We Norse are the monsters of your Saxon mother's bedtime tales. I promise nothing. I see you, child. Come.
The bad Reeve, Selwyn. I saw you punish him in the square.
He hurt many people.
Yes. He hurt my mother to death, then took her good luck charm. Perhaps you found it? A little carved tree. It is all I have to remember her by.
Such a sad story. Take this. Perhaps it will keep you off the streets and out of trouble.
For me? Oh, thank you.
Spry, little mouse. Will you lead me to your quill?
Heaven will swallow the smoke of Aelfirth's pyre.
Very poetic. But he's going to be buried in the grounds of the minster.
Ah, now we can always pay our respects.
Get off me, you oaf!
Stop struggling and give back that apple!
Apple? Jump, little flea! Jump!
Stealing apples, eh?
Fruit don't feed a grown boy. Do you have any chicken?
I do not, but maybe you can tell me what you know of the quill.
The quill? God blimey, you're brave. Find Elwyn and Wigbert. They see everything. Jump, little flea! Jump, flea! Jump! Stop it, you grubkin! If he falls, God will punish you!
Godspeed! You'll set Winchester ablaze!
Roly-poly mutton man, you can't catch me!
God help me. I'd rather be shoveling dung in Malvern again.
Oh, my days, I can't look! Go on, Ezra, it's yours for the taking! Why is it so high? If I die, jump, little flea! Jump, flea! Jump! Stop it, you pumpkin! If he falls, God will punish you!
You there, little cut purse.
Keep your beak out, nosy! I'm starving!
You again? You should mind your own beeswax.
Elwyn, is it? You wield fire like the flaming Jotna.
It was burning when I found it. Hot days like this, things just go whoosh. Well? Oi! Wigbert! You great moon calf!
Hand it over, Alwyn. We saw your little shadow take it. What are you looking at?
I'm not sure. Looks like an old lady's been rolling in shit with all the other ugly sows. A hog in a dress, maybe?
Don't just...
Trouble seems to follow you.
And I wriggle out of it like a slippery eel. Why are you following me?
I'm looking for the quill, so I'm asking you, his little worker bees.
Us? Working for the quill? Shows what you know.
Is that so?
I am innocent as a lamb. They were the quill's thugs and you killed them. Wouldn't want to be in your boots.
It sounds like you owe me your life.
This one's brave and strong. Might be able to help us.
So you're not working for the quill?
We steal to stay alive and out of the quill's clutches.
But you know where I can find him.
They come up from the sewers like rats. Go on, give him what you took. Maybe he can save us. Good luck, Dane. Try not to get maimed and all that.
I should watch out for a mousetrap.
Now, Elwyn. Few have the wit that you and I possess. Most see the world in simpler terms, where we are the weaker sex.
A broodmare who preys on innocence, and you brag about strength.
How little you know. Defend your mistress!
Not good.
I love this dance!
May your roof shield thee.
beat me!
Come, child. Whisper what you've learned, and Mother will give you a treat.
Coward. Using children to spy and steal for your order.
To educate them. Give me a child until he is 7, and I will give you the man. Or woman. What use are letters when a child can only write his name in pig shit? Or wisdom in a woman when she cannot wield it beyond her heart? I taught little Alwyn so much more. Saved her from a life less worthy. She will find enlightenment in the Order, just as I did. If I could save them all, I would.
But you cannot. You have corrupted too many to save too few.
My order is the only way forward. It can quench our thirst for knowledge. If only Alfred's slave faith is defeated. And what would you sacrifice for infinite knowledge?
An immeasurable gift. Why refuse it?
Not their innocence.
A pity. Non requiescat in pace.
Goodwin said to meet him at an alehouse nearby.
There's drinking to be done! Who's with me?
Eivor!
Is this where Justice hides when she's tired?
Hides? Splood, no. This is a wake, my friend. A celebration to ease the quill on her way to eternal damnation.
You heard.
Hilda's were not the only eyes in Winchester. My spies tell me stories of an avenging angel striking down the unworthy.
I've been called worse.
Be thou hail, Ealdor Bana. That's Life Destroyer in our dialect.
I sat easy with my kinsbane, old honey waves alive in my horn, and my eyes on the door, expecting my death, yet unafraid.
You're quite safe with me, Dane. For now. If the mead is fresh and the air is cool, you may often find a friend even amongst your enemies.
What does a reeve do, exactly, besides sniff around the king's coattails for the scent of praise?
I enforce and interpret the laws here. Not man's, but God's law. The natural laws that move the world and hold it together.
Well, if that keeps you busy.
I must thank you before the ale dulls me. By cutting the order down to size, you have given England a hope of unity. It must be a sour apple to swallow, knowing that you are the last of Winchester's enemies.
Are you sure the Sikhs is dead?
The bishop is dead, that's certain. And if the bishop was the Sikhs is dead. A transitive property of mortality, you see.
I do not believe it. Too much theater in Winchester. Overwrought prayers and wailing women.
Well, you could pay your respects and see for yourself. The funeral is today.
If he rots, I will leave with my silver. But if he lives, there's work to be done.
Watch your step, Eivor. He'll be a hefty corpse in death. Alive, he'd be much bigger. Whether you find or make a corpse, meet me at the Witten with your report.
If the bishop is worm meal, then here should be the proof. A sad day for Winchester.
Maybe now God will reward us with a man who truly believes in him.
Did you know Bishop Aelfir?
No, but I plan to write an epic poem of his grisly demise. Oh, poor Aelfirth, scorched of face. All your woeful companions, bold, Bionid, weeping. Weeping as you are...
Sleeping.
Oh, yeah, perfect, yes.
Lord grant my brother Aelfir eternal bliss, where
Did you know
joy
Bishop
endures
Aelfir?
for all those beloved of God.
But can you still smell the burned flesh? It's rife across the whole graveyard.
Only his face was burned. That seems like a strange accident. And this corpse's build is slight, frail. Goodwin said Aelfirth was a brute.
Do you not see? I am in prayer.
May we speak of your brother's death?
Have you no shame? Leave me.
I will leave you in peace, then. A peasant's clothes. Strange discovery in a churchyard.
A stranger comes to Wember.
You do not mourn like they do.
Wember is always here, helping the sleeping,
singing to them, so they are not frightened before they meet God.
The sleeping? You mean the dead?
Wember helps the monks. Dig, dig, dig.
You dig the graves. Did you bury Aelfirth?
Have you seen Leof? My poor friend. Poor Leof.
Leof? What happened to him?
Sleeping. Sleeping like my dog when I hugged him too hard.
Someone heard Leof. I saw a pile of dirty clothes just here. Is your friend Leof a beggar?
Yes. Yes. And while he slept, they stole his face.
Not just stolen, but burned. This funeral is a shadow play. The Order killed an innocent, burned his face so no one could tell, and interred him in Aelfirth's place. His sister knows more than she lets on.
What now?
A pretty show you have laid on here. But I know the truth.
You would dare speak to me? When my poor brother Aelfirth lies cold in his shroud.
Your brother is the Sikhs, and no more dead than I am.
Heresy. My brother was the Bishop of Winchester.
When Goodwin got too close to the truth about your brother's place in the Order, you buried him. Or rather, you buried another in his place. The poor gravedigger's friend. Burning his face so no one would know.
How did you... No, I...
Your brother is not in that crypt. Tell me where he is, before more lives are lost.
I will not tell you anymore. Guards! All right, have your way. They won't do you any good. Guards, protect me! Get round the side.
Get back here and face me!
Why will you not leave me alone?
Enough of this cat and mouse. Where's your brother, the one they call the Sikhs?
He is a ghost now. But he will make himself flesh once more of the Witten. And Alfred will be king no more.
He means to kill Alfred.
Regicide? No. The king will step aside and Aelfirth will lead us all. Risen and resplendent as the Lord.
You are a damned fool.
Ultime est incessio, quod summum hominum cessio.
Ich nehm sie gut.
Et dixa ad eos rapscaios Andreas Dominus Noster, et quia ita est. Quod est trebent sini lesorium
Viras et estin en astram!
Singulos vivis longe, incomprehensibile crudas quiteras, disciples...
Hey now!
What see you, old friend?
Regno de Egypti Pharaoni, obsessus cum profeta Mosi imprecari.
heretics must be hiding in the crowd, biding his time to strike at Alfred.
The decay of English prose has been cruel. Not priest, clerk, or abbot can turn the letter of their sermons from Latin to English. And how can we understand God's words if they are not spoken in our tongue? Aelfirth is dead.
By God, it's true. The bishop lives.
They'll kill us all! God save us!
Why do you defend this tarnished crown? Enough, you scheming cur!
Greater men than you died of us.
You breathe your last. Take midnight. Any last words, Ethan? Come on, man! I'll see what you did. I'll have to try that myself.
How sweet is the shepherd's pipe when he calls his lambs to slaughter. I was born to Christians in the northern wilds. My mother would cradle me beneath the stars and whisper, dove-like, God watches over you. Then your people came. And God fixed his stout eye as they slit her throat for a copper ring. No stars threw down their spears as barbarians smeared her blood through fields of broken wheat. God watched all, and I hated him.
It may be Alfred's God was testing you. A trial you failed.
Alfred's God is weak. Yet he would chain us all in his service, from our first breath to our death rattle. My order wishes to break these mind-forged manacles. I am the wolf in lamb's wool.
He takes on the role of a god himself. A worthy path to walk. A wolf is but a walking feast for ravens.
One more gift for you, Dane. A deadly truth, if you can find it. With my death, the Order will not die. It will only transform into something far worse for all of us.
Aelfirth will not cheat Loki's dread daughter twice.
I owe you my life.
An irony not lost on me, Alfred.
My king, we'll go by back streets to the Old Minster. Eivor may find us there when all has settled.
Aelfirth, my love! No! Curse you, Dane! My brother served God.
He was not a Christian. He abhorred your god.
But why strike him down? Have you no compassion for good men?
We both have more questions than answers. But if you know this key, perhaps we can help one another. Where is its home?
You treated me with kindness. But this damned order, their machinations killed my brother, so the rest may rot. Take this key to the ruins beneath the bishop's house. You may find answers there.
Oh, my eyes.
Hey! Ah, hell yes! Let's strip the dog off!
If Aelfirth's sister spoke true, I will find answers in the ruins. This must be it. The door to Aelfirth's secrets. I will send this to Hytham. He may make some sense of it. The other side must be barred. Everything they did was to undermine Alfred. She lied to me. There's nothing here of the Order. I should see Alfred for my reward. Come forth, Eivor. Here is far enough. When wrongdoers came to devour my flesh, these enemies stumbled and fell. Have the laws of hospitality been thrown out, Alfred? I did exactly as we agreed. That you did. But do not mistake necessity for friendship. You are a man of your word, a man of God. Indeed. By his example, I live my life. Goodwin?
Here is the only silver fit for one of your dragon boats. A reminder of Christ's sacrifice and our charity.
This too I offer you. Live here among us in peace as a Christian, or die a pagan in a blood-soaked field. All you have to lose is life everlasting. And if I choose neither?
He offers you hope, Eivor. A life of purpose, above and beyond this one. You'd be a fool to refuse.
Your reign will end, King of the West Saxons. Raven wings will beat until your throne crumbles to dust. You were wrong, Goodwin. This one is beyond saving.
You had your chance, damn you!
I did not want it. I will return to Hytham and Ranmi. They will want to know what happened here.
Yes, one more. And only because you all have such good taste. Now, this one.
Basim, have you spoken with Sigurd lately?
We talk from time to time. Why?
Have you noticed any change in him? Any loss of happiness or feeling?
He appears to me more thoughtful, introspective.
Thoughtful? That seems an understatement. He speaks as if he hears the voices of the gods whispering in his ear.
We live in a strange time, Eivor. Among stranger people. Sigurd may be among the blessed. But who can say for certain?
Indeed.
My love.
The Order in Winchester has been wiped out, but we are no longer welcome there. My contact was none other than King Alfred himself. The Order wanted him dead, so he fought back.
Alfred. The line between friend and enemy is a porous one.